Hey there, what's up? My name is Gen Furukawa. I'm a co-founder at Prehook, and today I want to show you why I'm so excited about Prehook's integration with Omnisend. So personalization is the holy grail for marketers. Everybody, consumers, want to have a personalized experience. They're willing to share the data with brands in order to receive a personalized experience, but it's always very hard in order to actually execute on that as an e-commerce marketer. Omnisend is an all-in-one automation platform that covers email, SMS, web push notifications, and remarketing campaigns in order to allow personalization at scale. And now that we have an integration with Prehook, it's easy to take the zero-party data, that is the data that customers share proactively and willingly with brands, use that, have it automatically sent to Omnisend, and then incorporate that into the messages and campaigns that are sent out. So what that means is you're able to get hyper-targeted segments, so you can get very close to what the customer's interests, preferences, goals, demographics are. These are all the things that you're asking them in the quiz, and then you can dynamically include them in the messages that you send from email and SMS. Okay, so let's just take an example that I am a skincare brand, and I want to show you how Omnisend and Prehook work together in order to create a personalized marketing experience at scale. So this is Prehook's interface. This is really just a template. There are templates for every niche that we have. And so, we can start with personalization at the very simple level of including somebody's name. And this is in Prehook. It's called Recall. And Recall allows you to take previous answers that a customer gave you and use them in future questions. So for example, what's your name? My name, I would type here, is Gen. And then so you say, hey, what is your name? So then when you're actually looking at it, and this is an example here, and can say, my name is Gen. Okay, and then hey Gen. So that's personalization at the simplest level. Dale Carnegie says the sweetest thing to every person is their own name. So this is just one way that we can personalize the experience. But I want to go deeper and show you how we can incorporate the interests, the challenges, the goals that we have as a customer, and incorporate that into the marketing, because that's where personalization and segmentation gets very powerful and where Omnisend excels. So if we have this, for example, we have the quiz. I want to show you how to personalize the customer journey for those that take the quiz. So you only need really one automation, and then from there, Omnisend allows you to dynamically change things. That is, you set it once with these variables of whatever it is, what their biggest skincare concern is. And then whatever they answer, the customer answers, is automatically inserted. So you're not having to create multiple different automations for different segments. You're doing this once, and then it's done automatically. So if we wanted to build out the customer journey, we'd start by identifying segments of everybody that completed the quiz. And then from there, once they complete the quiz, you can take them through the automation that inserts the quiz responses, their recommended product, and then anything else that's relevant to you. So I want to create a segment for everybody who has taken the quiz. And the reason why that is because then it's easier for me to know that those who have taken the quiz have certain data points in their profile that were asked in the quiz. For example, in the quiz, I might ask what their age is, what their gender is, what their skin problems are, or their goals, challenges. This is stuff that I'm only getting for those who answered the quiz. And that's really the value of a quiz, is that you're getting data that's more, that you can't get or find from first-party data, which is transactional data. For example, if they bought a moisturizer, you can assume that they need it for dry skin, but you actually don't know. You don't even know if they're the end user. But the benefit of a quiz is that you're asking the customer, and the customer is sharing this. So you know verifiably that this is how they're using it, or these are the preferences that they have. So in Omnisend, I want to just show you how it comes through. I'll just take one of these, for example. So this is a quiz that I filled out, and in the details, you can see that my email is there. My phone number comes through. And then these are all the questions and answers that that come up from Prehook. So like I said, once the quiz is completed, the data is sent automatically over to Omnisend and fills out my profile. So the other interesting thing to note is a phone number. The phone number, the Prehook allows you to ask for an email or a phone number, either of which you can choose, or you don't even need to choose if you don't want. But if you do gather a phone number, it automatically adds to the details here, and then it shows up as an SMS channel. And that means that if they add the phone number in a Prehook quiz, you can automatically add them to your SMS list. And we all know that SMS is a very engaged, intimate channel, and you can almost build them in conjunction, build your lists, both email and SMS at the same time. So anyway, we can look here and we can say, for example, do you identify as? And yes, this is not as easy to read because there are underscores, but it is male. And do I like fragrance in your skincare? No. So we can just go through and see, and then create segments around, for example, those that are looking, what kind of skincare products are you looking for? We can create segments for those that are looking for treatment and serum. For example, if we have a new serum that we're releasing and only want to target or send a campaign to those that have expressed interest in serum. But I show this to demonstrate the data that comes from Prehook and goes to Omnisend. Now, if we wanted to build a segment for all those that took the quiz, let's just know that in our quiz we are offering a product recommendation. So they answer different questions of preferences, skin type, goals, and then from there's a recommendation that comes at the end. That product recommendation comes through as a custom property in the profile. And if we build a segment around everybody who received a product recommendation, then we would know, okay, they definitely did complete the quiz. And so that's why I've created this segment here. And its context that the custom property is that they have a product recommendation. And if you notice here, there's number 1, you can have up to 12 product recommendations, each of which would come through in Omnisend. And that the text value is that it exists. That means that it's there. So these are all of the people that have taken a quiz and received a product recommendation. Now I want to show you how we would actually build a flow, what that would look like. So we can just start from scratch, for example. Start from scratch, and how would a person enter this workflow? Well, let's just say that they have completed the quiz. So we've already created the segment of those that have completed the quiz. So in Omnisend, we can go here, select the trigger, and it's going to be based on segment, when a contact enters a segment. And we have the segments here, and all of the segments are pre-populated here. So we built our segment around, we called it quiz completions, there. So anybody that completes the quiz will enter this automation. And then from here, we can drag in an email. We can, wait for 30 minutes and then send them an SMS with more information. And this is just the start of it. There are so many iterations of what you can do to give a tailored experience for the user. But let's just look into how you would do that for each message. So let's just say, for example, hello, welcome to my brand. And then let's just say that it's my name, and I'll send it from my email address. Okay. Update. Now let's edit the content, because I want to show you how you would dynamically include featured products or recommended products. And that way, you, again, like I said, you build one flow, and then dynamically things are inserted based on the responses that the customer gave in the quiz. So we can just do a featured product here. Omnisend is great. It's drag and drop. It's very easy to work with. Now these tags are where you would personalize things. So we can just personalize what, let's personalize what the description is. So in the contact, basically the way this works is it would pull from the contact's custom properties, and we would specify what custom property we want it to pull, and it would dynamically insert. So all Prehook responses come through as custom properties. Now, like I said here, we might need to look through and decipher what the recommendation is. It comes through, it's called product recommendation. So here, product recommendation 1. So this automatically shows that it's the product recommendation 1 in the description. And we can do this for everything here. So that, sorry, that's LastPass. Okay, so everything can be customized dynamically in Omnisend's builder. So again, like product recommendation 1, or for text, we can say, for example, hey, let's help you figure out your, and then we can, in this text, we can pull in anything that we ask them about, like what their biggest challenge is, or what products they're looking for. So it can be like, hey, we know that you are looking for this, and so what kind of skincare product are you looking for? What would populate is the answers to the question that we asked. What kind of skincare product are you looking for? So it would be any one of these 5: moisturizer, treatment, SPF. So if we go back to the builder, we got to make sure that we write it properly, but it would say, we know that you are looking for blank, and the blank would be any one of these choices. So that's, again, Omnisend allowing us to personalize dynamically based on Prehook answers, and this is done at scale. Another feature that I love about Omnisend is how it lays out the breakdown of your customer base. And they do this in a retention marketing. It's called a lifecycle stage map, and it's in the audience tab and then customer breakdown here. And so what this is basically on 2 axes, the y-axis, so from bottom to top, from bottom up, is the number of orders and spend. So at the very bottom, on as low as it gets on the y-axis, is less spend, and as you go up, move up, spend increases. Now on the x-axis from left to right is recency, so how long ago the order was made. So at the very top right are the champions, the loyalists. These are your high value customers that are your VIP customers. Champions, for example, spend a lot, have a lot of orders, and have ordered recently. Those that you're about to lose just have not ordered in a long time. And so it's an easy proxy for you to know where you want to spend your efforts in order to get the best ROI. And ideally, you're focusing on those VIP customers. So for those who are champions and loyalists, you always want to do things that are going to help keep you top of mind. So send them early access or beta, or get product feedback for future products that you might be developing. Now, what's really cool, and granted, this only works for customers that have 1 purchase or more. And so that's why for this is kind of our test account. We have 0 customers, so we're not able to actually use this because this isn't an account that we're sending emails from. But with that said, these are really helpful because you can layer on some of the custom properties into these stage maps. So for example, you can create a group of champions, let's say. So these are people that have purchased recently and spent a lot of money and ordered multiple products. And you can create a segment for champions who have, say, normal skin or dry skin, or who are looking for sunscreen. And with those data points, you're able to really hone in on improving relevancy, and it seems like a far more personalized message. All right, now in order to do that, let's do that. So we go to all context. Let's create a segment, for example, of the high value, we'll call them VIP customers, so champions and loyalists who have a certain skin type. And that might help us know that we can send them stuff based on their skin type in terms of educational content or products that are going to be most relevant to them. And so this is, again, what I love about Omnisend, because it allows you to create hyper-segmented, hyper-targeted segments and therefore increase the relevance and just how compelling your campaign is. So if we scroll down here, and it would be filter by properties, a life cycle stage. So there are 9 different life cycles. And we said we would do champions. Okay, so let's do those who are champions or those who are loyalists. And let's do that those who let's see, have dry skin, for example. So this pulls up all the custom properties that we have available. And so what type of skin do you have? And the value is normal. And again, I think we want to verify that we get the wording right. So what type of skin do you have? You can do dry, normal, oily, or uncertain. And let's just say that it's normal. So we might not have any in the segment, but we are building it out so that we can create a segment that has champions or loyalists who have dry, normal skin. And so this is great. We can either send them their own campaigns, or we can kind of create filters in automations so that they get the right message. The last feature that I want to show you about Omnisend that I'm really excited about is how the segments that you create in Omnisend can automatically sync with your Facebook audiences and your Google audiences. And so what this means is the more effort that we put into building smaller, tighter segments in Omnisend, we can actually have that extrapolate out into your Facebook, your Instagram, your Google, your YouTube campaign, so that, for example, your remarketing can be really granular. So you can have a custom audience in Facebook for example, the champions and loyalists who have normal skin. And so what this means is you can create creative specifically for that. And you can do the same on YouTube and Google. And so marketing is ultimately about how you are targeting the right person with the right message at the right time. And Omnisend makes this really easy by taking in the Prehook quiz responses, creating segments around them, and then from there you're dispersing it out into your different ad platforms. So I want to show you really quickly how that works. So if you go to your segments section, you can go to see the segments that you have. And then from here, with one click, you can just sync. And so I haven't done it. I haven't connected the Facebook ads account, but you can do the same with Google. And it's very straightforward. I'll drop documentation in the description below. But this is really helpful because you're creating a cohesive, compelling campaign. And this is truly omni-channel if you consider Omnisend covers your email, your SMS, and your web notifications. And then from here, syncing your Facebook and Google audiences, you're really covering the most important paid ads platform, paid social platforms. So that's really impressive in terms of tying together a consistent message and campaign. So anyway, that's why I'm really excited about Prehook and Omnisend's integration. I think that there are huge things that you can do with this in terms of personalization at scale. If you have any questions, please hit me up. Again, that's gen@prehook.com. Really excited to have this live now, and would love to see what you're doing with it. All right, thanks so much. Bye.